Hello, my name is Ken Newby. I'm a senior assistant professor in the Department of Communication Studies here at Morehouse College and director of the Speech and Debate program. I'm also a proud alum of Morehouse College. Recently, I had the opportunity to take a group of students who were part of the debate team to an amazing experience in Ghana, where they attended the Africa Diaspora Debate Academy and the Great Debate, debating important economic issues facing the continent. Our vision as we discussed the idea and it evolved was a Pan-African vision for the event. And so what we sought to do is to bring together both African Americans from HBCUs and then people from other African countries so that we could discuss an important economic issue that affected the entire continent. We didn't think it would be good enough to just have a debate competition or tournament. We set education as our top priority. So for that reason, in advance of the competition itself, we organized a debate training that we call the Africa Diaspora Debate Academy, in which we brought a combination of debate lecturers and topic experts to teach the students how to debate and give them important debating skills, but also to teach them some of the subject matter that would be relevant to the debates themselves. Debate centered on the competition of ideas between a planned economy and a free market economy, centering African people as the primary stakeholder. In other words, we drew a variety of different topics for the debates from that general theme of what is best for African people, planned markets or free markets. On one hand, when you think about the planned market economy side, you do think about issues of economic inequality and how government might play a positive role in sort of remedying some of the hazards that we face with capitalism that's profit-driven. On the other hand, the debates brought in an important discussion about the need for economic capital infusion and economic growth. Many African countries are developing nations and attempting, like, for example, Ethiopia, to move from the developing status to a middle-income country. And so raising the economic level of prosperity for all African people is an important discussion to be had. But how you get there is the difficult question that we were wrestling with in the debates. For me, it's always nice to have an opportunity to take students on their first trip outside of the country and also to take them on their first trip to the continent. I think that when you make a trip such as that, it's important that you make it an educational experience in more than one way. And so what I sought to do with this trip is to make it an experiential educational experience, which means that not only do they go to debate trainings, not only do they participate in the debate tournament, but we take time out to actually experience the country. So when we were there, we went to the botanical gardens so we could see some of the various flora that were there. We also took a trip to the Cape Coast so we could see some of the history. And so they went to the slave castles. They walked through the dungeons. They were able to sort of get in touch with the history and then bring that forward to the contemporary issues that we're facing on the continent today. So I think the students got a fulsome experience during the 10 days we were there.
Hello, my name is Justin Clopton. I am a sophomore political science major from East Point, Georgia. Africa is beautiful. Ghana was beautiful. We went to a waterfall. We went to this giant canopy bridge that was kind of scary, but we made it through and the view was wonderful. We went ATV riding. We got to go up a mountain. And it's just like, it's the country of Ghana is so beautiful. Please visit. If for the sights alone, you won't regret it.
The event brought together people from 11 different countries. We had representation from Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Cameroon, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Tanzania, South Africa, and so Kenya. So when you bring together young, brilliant minds from all of these different countries, the discussions that happen are amazing. Some of the things that have grown out of this event, which are beautiful, even if unintended consequences, are the relationships and the collaborations that form. The students are still talking today on the group chats. They're still talking about ways that they can collaborate, ways that they can exchange, ways that they can further the intercultural exchange that was started in Ghana, but I think will continue to live on. I think our event also is setting a new model for what debate events can be on the continent. Typically, debate events are organized around the central principle of competition, whereas this event was organized around the central principle of education.
Getting to hear about different people's struggles through the oppression that our people have faced historically is that while we might have different experiences, right? African countries, through suffering from colonialism, whereas, here in the States, we suffer through slavery. While our experiences are all different, there is still a beautiful story of overcoming that oppression and finding hope within those who have come before us.
I think it's important to know that one of the major challenges that people face on the continent when it comes to debate at the intercollegiate level is the barrier of cost. With an event like this, we were able to remove that barrier by providing travel subsidies to students and institutions who had applied to attend this event. So we made this event cost-free. That meant meals, accommodations, travel were all provided cost-free to create a valuable educational opportunity. That's a one-of-a-kind thing that's unique. That's not something that's usually done. Typically, programs are student-driven on the continent when it comes to debate, and there's a lack of institutional support for events like this. That's a little bit different than what we have for Morehouse, for example, where we have strong institutional support for the development of the intellectual mind. But I think if we want to be part of helping to change the space and improve the debate space, those of us who have resources have to be involved in building bridges to those who do not have those resources in order to make change. I think the students that we selected were great representatives of the college because they're emblematic of the future of Morehouse. And so that's why we brought 2 freshmen, and that's why we brought a sophomore. I also want to send a message to the new students who've recently joined the program. Recently, we've had approximately 25 to 30 new students join the debate program. And I want them to know that our opportunities are not only for upperclassmen, but they also extend to underclassmen. I always say everything's not for everyone on the team, which means that we do a lot in the program, and I don't expect everyone to do everything that we do, but every opportunity is available for every student that commits themselves to our educational program and mission.
Like, we built relationships and we built bonds that would not be nearly as strong if we did not have this experience together, right? To Kumo and to Martin and to Quentin, my other brothers who went on this trip with me, we're like this now. And it's owed in large part due to this opportunity to, we're forced to look after each other as brothers and Morehouse brothers.